So now we have moved to our fourth session, session number 4, personal hygiene and self grooming. So we will learn what is personal hygiene, what are the habits to maintain our personal hygiene, and how can we groom ourselves. Self management, we are learning self management. Self management also means feeling good about oneself. So this involves feeling healthy and feeling good about self, that we are healthy, and then if we are healthy, if we are clean, if we maintain personal hygiene, then only we can reflect positivity. So health is one aspect which is heavily dependent on our personal hygiene, personal cleanness. One feels good about self when one has positive self-image. So knowing how to dress for the occasion, how to carry out oneself, how to conduct oneself, all this makes a positive image of oneself. So dressing sense is very important. Maintaining personal hygiene is very important. All this comes from self-grooming, means taking care of yourself. So in this session we are going to talk about those things, that is personal hygiene and how we can take care of ourselves, means self-grooming. Personal hygiene prevents disease. It will help you maintain healthy and maintains a good appearance. If you maintain hygiene, then you will appear to others appealing, which is an essential aspect at the social level. People will try to be with you. No one likes people with bad breath or bad body odor. Shaving off to be well groomed. Bathing to sanitize our entire body. Washing our hands before handling food or after using the bathroom. Brushing for oral hygiene and decoding to smell fresh throughout the day are some basic types of hygiene in everyday practice. People who follow these practices are socially accepted, people try to be with them, they are always desired, and one always feels fresh, positive and energetic. So we should always try to maintain personal hygiene. So what are the habits to maintain personal hygiene? To maintain personal hygiene, you should follow some basic habits to maintain your personal hygiene. Take bath regularly. Cleaning body and hair is vital for your health. In warm climate, people sweat a lot. In deserts and dry areas, there is lot of dust. Nowadays, there is lot of dust in the city also. All this can lead to body odor, infection, illness if they are not cleaned properly. So try to take bath regularly. Clean and trim your nails. Finger and toe nails should be cut regularly, trimmed regularly, in good shape, without harming your finger or toes. If you do not do this, it may lead to infection. Infected nail beds, or it can cause hangnails problem or athlete's foot. These are some basic problems with your skin. Use tissue or handkerchief when you are coughing or sneezing. It is important to use tissue or handkerchief so as not to spread bacteria. Also, you should carefully wash your handkerchief and dispose your used tissues. Brush your teeth and floss at least twice daily. Ideally, one should brush teeth after every meal, but if not possible after every meal, then at least brush twice a day and floss once a day, at least once a day. Also, you should visit your dentist at least a month, at least a 6 month, to keep your healthy smile intact. Wash your hands. One should wash our hands after using bathroom or washroom, after coughing or sneezing, before eating meals, after handling garbage, and in similar activities where you face dirt. For places where washing is not possible, try to use alcohol based sanitizers. Nowadays we know about these sanitizers. So always wash your hand. Maintain personal cleanness and wear clean innerwears daily. You should make sure to clean yourself carefully and maintain personal internal cleanness also. Make sure to change your innerwear daily, and while washing your innerwear, make sure to add some disinfectant in the water also, Dettol in the water when you are washing your innerwear. Sleep tight and right. You should sleep for at least 8 hours a day to relax your body after a day's work and get afresh for the next day. So get sound sleep and try to make a sleeping schedule also. Time for sleeping and time to rise. It is always said that the best time to sleep is around 9 p.m. and best time to arise is 4 or 5 a.m. If you arrive early, you will achieve more than others. Lack of sleep may result in many problems like headache, restlessness, less energy, lethargy, and may cripple the body's immune system also and other natural defenses also. So take sound sleep and take ample sleep. So take adequate sleep. Taking adequate sleep is an essential part of your proper hygiene. Self-grooming. Working on the improvement of our own self-image along with how we conduct ourselves with others and in response to challenges and situations is called self-grooming. Nowadays we see grooming classes also where people come just to change themselves. Our self-image is composed of many things. The way we see and think of ourselves, the way people see and think about us, how we take up situations and challenges, and how we carry out our work and responsibilities. Working on the improvement of our self-image along with how we conduct ourselves with others and in response to challenges is called self-grooming. So you should groom yourself. Means you should change your attitude, you should change your behavior, you should change yourself, you should change your look also. Let us see what all we can do to groom and improve ourselves. Changing self-image. Our positive beliefs about ourselves form a positive self-image of us in, and the negative beliefs about ourselves form a negative self-image. So you should always build a positive self-image. These self-image related beliefs collectively form an emotional worth of ourselves called self-esteem or self-respect. Dressing sense. There are many factors that can bring about a positive change in our image. Your dressing sense. More than 50 people's perception of us is based on how we look. Our dressing style, our grooming gives us a competitive edge to make a positive first impression. Some people see these things, that how we are dressing, what is my dressing sense. Some points to remember: to look professional and sharp are wearing professional and conservative clothing. Our dress should be clean, well ironed and not loose or not too tight. Wearing clean and polished shoes. These act as positive things in our life and they will improve our positivity. They will improve our self-respect. So we should have a good dressing sense. Body language. Body language is actually a collective name for the use of conscious and unconscious gestures, your movements, your smile and your posture that we use to reveal our true feelings and emotions. It includes our gestures, postures, facial expressions. By merely pulling our shoulders back gives others an impression that we are a confident person. Similarly, smile not only makes us feel better but also make others feel comfortable around us. A person with a good positive and a smile definitely looks self-confident. Looking into the eye while speaking or listening to someone shows interest and confidence. Talking slowly with clear diction too adds to body language. Next thing for physical grooming or self grooming is physical exercise. Physical exercise helps us feel better physically and mentally. There are physical exercise also and there are mental exercise also, helping us to develop a positive attitude and emotional stamina to take up challenges needed to take up personal goals and personal challenges. So exercise helps us strengthen and tone our body, making it firm and look better, boosting our body image. With everyday workout means with everyday exercise, our body grows stronger, giving us nearly immediate results for our hard work. So this gives us a feeling that we can do anything. Exercise is about setting and achieving a series of goals, improving our own stamina and developing our endurance. Each time we set a goal and then we succeed, we get a sense of achievement and improve our self-image. Exercises release feel-good hormones and regulate stress hormones, which help in relieving stress and anxiety. Prepare yourself for everything. Failures, setbacks or disappointments are part of everyone's life journey. Either on professional front or on the personal front, you will fail. These are part of your life. We can never predict what type of challenges we will face. What are the types of situations that will come, that we will face in future. But we can always learn some skill that will help us be ready for any challenge in the future. So some skills are there, embrace gracefully. If we prepare ourselves mentally for problems that we may face in future, our fears are tamed. If we are prepared that we will face some new challenges every day, then we will not be in trouble. So professionally we can do planning on our projects and planning for the risk and their mitigation means taking planned risk. Personally we can work on our mental and emotional strength. Remember, a calm person is always a strong person. And a strong person is never afraid of any challenges. He can take up the challenges. So try to remain calm and composed always. Acceptance. When we face a challenge or experience a setback, we may feel frustrated or helpless. But if we handle it with a different mindset, we will feel empowered. For this, first we need to acknowledge and accept the situation and use our strength and skills to counter it. 4.3.4 Work ethics and skills. Ethics are very important. Our values are mostly our ethics. The value of self-discipline and hard work combined is work ethics. A strong work ethic plays a vital role in building a successful career. To develop good work ethics, one needs to stay focused on tasks for as long as necessary, until they are done, until they have completed. People with strong work ethics do not procrastinate and do things correctly to deliver good quality work. They are always punctual, on time. They are professional regarding being cordial and respectful of others. People with strong work ethics exhibit the following qualities. They are team player. Team players genuinely commit to the goals of the team. They do not depend on others instead. They make efforts to make things happen. They remain flexible to situations and participate with their teams to tackle challenges without showing any stress. They offer help to other team members and support and respect them. Take initiative is a work approach. Taking initiative to do something where one does things without being stubborn and takes advantages of opportunities that are coming that others miss to see. People who take initiatives are highly sought after. Accountability means being responsible. Accountability means being responsible for what you do and are able to give a satisfactory reason for what you are doing. To be accountable to a team, one needs to be clear what they need to do, work on that thing and update the team when it is done. For high performing teams, accountability is very important. Giving due credit to others. The success of the team is due to the combined efforts of the team members. A good team player always gives credit to his team members and not just tries to soak all the praise himself or herself. Giving credit builds the trust of the team. There's a story about Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam when the mission failed. So that time the chairman of the commission, he was the head of that mission, and that mission failed. I think that time Vikram Sarabhai was there. So he just called the media, and then he told that these were my failures. Actually, these were failures of APJ Abdul Kalam, but still he told them that it is my failure. Then when Kalam succeeded next time, failures do come and we learn from failures and then we succeed. So when Kalam again succeeded in that mission, then he called Kalam and told that you are going now to face the media. So taking challenges, these were the challenges that APJ Kalam was not able to face the media. So praising himself or herself is always not good. Try to give credit to others also, and if they fail, try to take responsibility yourself. It will give you trust in your team. So giving due credit is very important. Trustworthiness. You should be trustworthy. Means they can believe in you. It is a crucial component of emotional intelligence. Trustworthy people are reliable. People can rely on you. If they say they will do something, then they will do so. They do not say something and they do other things. Their values are consistent with their actions. They do value their actions. They also stand against unethical behavior. Dependability. Dependability refers to the quality of being relied upon or able to be counted on. To be at work on time, to be responsible of our own actions and behaviors, to be there when we are supposed to be, keeping our senior at work updated about our availability, our non-availability at work, updating our seniors about our own progress in the work assigned to us, makes us dependable and responsible. Organizational skills. The ability to keep work organized and remain focused without getting lost, which leads to increased productivity and efficiency, are organizational skills. Organized people cultivate habits which help them to become organized. Organized people, they write things that they need to be remembered. They plan and schedule by setting goals and deadlines and sticking to those deadlines also. They are not overloaded with responsibilities, rather they plan and then they delegate. Clean work environment. Organizing the workplace is also very important. It helps reduce the pain of having to search for things again and again that should be readily available. So if you are doing any work, come with all of the things that you are having. Designating a specific place for different types of paper and tools, creating a workplace culture to place items where they belong right away, and removing them that are not in regular use but eating up the space will help you creating a clean work environment. As a famous quote says, a cluttered desk is a sign of cluttered mind. When you are seeing your desk, it should seem you should think that is this a desk of a future IAS officer or future scientist or future doctor. So keeping the workspace clear improves your productivity, your concentration and ability to find everything we need on time.